Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. So let's get the right month this year, this time. Today is April 10th. Yesterday was not July 9th, it was April 9th. So yeah, I don't know what happened there. It was a brain fart and I apologize. Thank you for the 15 or so people that told me. But anyway, so yeah, that was, I don't know, like I said, I don't even know what I was thinking. But so yes, today is July, look at me, July again, right? April 10th, and actually it was not a bad day. It's about 7 o'clock at night right now, and the sun is just really starting to go down now. I wanted to show you guys how quickly this was all drying up here. Now we had, all through here, that water was really high, and it's already all drying up here. It's all drying up back up around front here again. It's like it was way out to here, and it was pretty wet. It was pretty high, so that's all drying up as well. So just 2 days of decent weather, and it's already soaking in. Now you got to remember, we already had a lot of rain previously, and so then when you have an all-day soaking rain like we had, Lucy, what are you doing? Huh? Yeah, it's a good boy. You're a good cat. Yeah, you are. So when you have a day like that, it's just, you know, water on top of water. It really was messing with things. And I'm going to take it down here and I'm going to show you this. It's down a lot more over here as well. I mean, it was really flowing through here. And it's dried up quite a bit. And even at the end of the driveway, it's not as bad as it was here. I'll show you that. So yeah, it's kind of getting to that point now where it's all drying up. So that's a good thing. I'm glad of that because, like I said, it's been a freaking mess. But so anyway, I wanted to talk to you. The propane tanks over here. It was funny. I was just thinking the other day. I said I got to call them, and I wanted just to top it off, just to make sure. I got a thing was hanging on the door. They came today and they topped it off. Now, how you're gonna love this, okay? I have a 330 gallon propane tank, and so I wasn't even sure how much we use, because we use the propane for taking showers, and when Eddie's tutors here, if it's cool and they go in the camper to do their work, we turn the gas on in the camper, so it's on for like an hour at a time, okay? So it's pretty much the only time that the propane is on. Now I had it filled up, you know, completely last year. And I don't remember exactly. I think I did it in the spring of last year. I don't remember exactly when it was when we had everything hooked up, but so that was last year. We did that. In that time period, we used a grand total of 21 gallons of propane. That's it. So, I think the total bill was like, God, what was it? Not even $40, I don't think. So, yeah, it wasn't not bad at all. So I'll go down this week and I'll take care of that. But, so that's kind of like one of my themes that I wanted to talk about today in today's video, is making sure your things are topped off. If you have extra propane tanks, making sure that they're full, and not putting those type of things off, like, oh yeah, you know, I'll get to it. Propane, you know, like I said, you can just fill up those tanks and then just let them sit, and you're going to be okay. So topping those type of things off is good. Making sure your gas cans, that you don't have, you know, 6 empty gas cans sitting around. You know, making sure you top those off, fill those things up as well. Making sure you have enough oil on hand, if you know, because obviously everything uses oil. Making sure you got enough bar oil for your chainsaw. You know, have a couple extra things of bar oil. I mean, these are the type of things that, you know, just something for you guys to think about. I know, you know, it's just everyday life gets in the way, and certain things get pushed to the back burner, like, oh yeah, I'll take care of that. Yeah, I'll take care of that. And it just doesn't happen. And those are important things to make sure that you're doing. Like I said, just even with the propane, getting the propane tank topped off, I had planned on doing that. I was going to call them Actually, I was just thinking about that yesterday. I'm like, when I got to call them and get that topped off, and sure enough, they came today on their own, and you know, like I said, it wasn't very much at all. I think, like I said, with the taxes and everything, I don't even, like I said, I think it was like a $40 was the charge. So I think for the propane, I'm paying $1.39 a gallon. So, like I said, not bad at all. But so it was like 21 gallons altogether. So, but yeah, I mean, it's, you know, so now that's full again. So that's a good thing. And but that's something, like I said, you should stay on top of, stay ahead of it. And so I got to show you this. So when we had the power outage back in, oh God, what was it, March maybe? I think it was the first one, not the second outage that was happening. So from the pole up here, this cable was still attached to the pole up there. So the guy from the gas and electric company, he said to me, he said, listen, he goes, I'm going to cut this off. They should have done it from the pole before, you know, because this has always been laying on the ground, but it was still attached to the pole, so I just never touched it. He said, do you want that wire? He goes, because if you don't, he goes, I'm going to take it. Well, I know that, I think in the inside of these part here, that's probably copper, because there's your grounding thing there. So it's a good amount. You can see it all wound up over here too, okay? So I said, no, I'll take it. So all I got to do is, like, I'm just going to roll it up. But then it's just a matter of pulling it out of there. So I'm going to do that this week and get that rolled up and stick it aside, because I could probably use it for something. If not, I'm sure, like I said, the copper inside the wire, I'm sure is probably worth something as well. But like I said, I'll probably end up using it for something. So I'm probably just going to go ahead and hold on to it. So that's that was a nice little thing there. But so, okay, so one of the things too that I wanted to talk about today, I've been hashing over everything. And tonight I'm going to be ordering my next 3 panels for the solar system, okay? So then I'm thinking, okay, now what way do I want to do this? Which way is probably the smartest way of doing everything, okay? So I was thinking about this, and was it to go ahead and buy the next charge controller? Because 3 more panels will go on the system that I have right now with no problem, okay? So I can have 2,250 watts on this string with my, you know, classic 150, and it'll be fine. So what I was thinking was, okay, so do I go ahead and buy another charge controller, buy another classic 150, and then buy the next 3 panels? Or do I get the, you know, put the pole right into the ground, get all these panels plus the next 3 up on a rack and put it on a tracking thing? So basically, like, I would take all of these panels, drop a pole in the ground here, so then, like, in the morning as the sun came up over here in the east, you know, catch that sun and then have it on a tracker so it just follows that sun all day long. Now I know that Bill had said, I believe that he said he ended up picking up 40% more power, and that's Bill and Rosa from Bill and Rosa Off Grid. He said that he had picked up, I think it was 40% more power once he put his system on a tracker. So I'm debating in my head, which way do I want to go? Do I want to get up to 3,000 watts first? Do I want to do this? Do I want to do that? So I've made a decision. What I'm going to do, obviously I'm going to be buying 3 more panels right now, which will take us up to 2,250 watts. Then what I'm going to do is I am going to get the solar tracker, get the thing so that I can get it mounted up so that it's off the ground, completely off the ground, so then I don't have to worry about this part anymore, and I can break this down and I can have an open, you know, more of an open area here. I can put my solar tracker in, and I think I'm pretty sure that it'll hold 9 panels. I'm going to make sure whatever one that I get, that it's going to be able to hold the 9 panels. And if it'll hold 12, even better. But we'll see what happens, you know, as far as that goes. But so that's the game plan. That's what we're going to do as far as the solar goes. I think it's a smarter way to go, because if I can get more production out of the panels, like I said, I'm going to add 3 more panels on, get them on a tracker, follow the sun, and if that's going to give me 40% more as far as power on a daily basis, that's a smart way of doing it. And like I said, then this way, then I put in another one down the road, you know what I mean? And then we just go from there. But I'm going to try to optimize my power as much as I can. Having these stationary, I'm very limited of what I'm going to be bringing in on a daily basis, and that's kind of a waste. So doing it this other way, it's going to be a better thing overall, and so that's what we're going to do. So I thought I would share that with you guys and just kind of, you know, let you know that's the game plan as far as the solar goes. So anyway, so that's it as far as that goes. Like I said, guys, top off your propanes, top off your gas, whatever you have. Make sure you got enough wood on hand. Those are all real important things to make sure you do. All this is going to get split soon, so we're going to have to see how that goes. Like I said, I've been kind of hoping things dry out here better, and then I'm going to get back on taking care of things around the homestead here. Hopefully this weekend I can get outside and really get to this and get some work done. Alright, so I'm going to let you guys go for now, and I just wanted to give you an update. Again, the right date is April 10th. Yesterday was actually April 9th. So now we're back on the right day, which is always helpful. Hope everybody's having a good start to their week. Remember, hug and kiss the ones you love, because tomorrow is not guaranteed. And remember, guys, it's one step at a time, it's one thing at a time, and it's one day at a time. You're going to get to whatever your goals are. Being methodical, pushing forward, prioritize. That's kind of a key too, prioritize. Been talking with Matt over in Auburn, having some great conversations with him, and one of the priorities that he needed to be taken care of was adding more food to his food storage. He started doing that. Called me up today. Him and I had a conversation. He added more food. Continue to do it, Matt. You're doing a good job. Everything that you've been doing, we've been talking about, you've been doing really, really well. All right, guys. I will talk to you later. Prepper Nurse 1 out for now.